Hello everyone, this is Squall, this is StarCraft 2, it's an awesome game and I'm going to talk about and watch it and all around have a ton of fun doing this, and I hope you enjoy it too. So in this game we have Stephano, he's playing as the red Zerg. I'll do the little zoom in and the like twisty stuff that the GSL likes doing. And up here we've got MC playing as the blue Protoss. Look at that! Doesn't that look fantastic? And when I hold down on the keyboard, it goes side. Wait, what? Oh, it's because that's at the edge of the map here. Okay, that's awkward. Anyways, Stephano throwing down the good luck, have fun MC, very well mannered, all around a polite and fantastic individual. MC is Korean, so I assume he understands GLHF. Like, that's universal. Anyone who's ever played esports ever knows GLHF. And apparently I just coined competitive online multiplayer as playing esports. There we go. So, this was taken from the Red Bull land. Big thanks to Day9 and everyone else who was involved in making that happen. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm sure a lot of other people enjoyed it too, but it just had so many awesome games. I wanted to cast a few for myself. So here we go. So MC is scouting on in. He will catch wind of where Stephano is. Stephano is going for spawning pool first. Doesn't want to get hatchery blocked, or pylon blocked, I guess I should say. As that is one of the most annoying things ever in all of existence. Yes. So annoying that, did you know, every time you pylon block, a Zerg throws his computer out the window. And, okay. Yay, Stephano gets it down. I'm trying to come up with an explanation for why they keep playing. You know, the Overmind takes over, and then plays the Zerg for the remainder of the game. There we go. Anyways, MC is going for a Forge Fast Expand. Can't say I've ever seen this exact arrangement of buildings before, but that's kind of cool. I guess it allows you to wall in with your ramp. That works for me. Yeah, I mean, usually I'd see people go across here, but you know what? This is probably actually less buildings. It allows you to be just a little bit more tight in. And actually, if you open these rocks later, it can defend against that too. Like if the Zerg comes over here, breaks down those rocks, it defends against that as well. So it's kind of cool. A double-purpose wall, I guess you could say. Anyways, Stephano is starting to scout out now. Has these overlords moving on in. This one coming from here. This one coming from here. We'll position both of them to just be able to suicide in later to find out information for the swarm. So MC is just now getting his 2 gases. He waited on those for quite a while so that way he could get his Nexus up fast, and his Forge and his Cannon. We will likely see him finish up that wall before too terribly long. Although Stephano isn't really looking to try to run in there. And wow, Stephano already has his 3rd down. That seems a little bit fast to me, but could be my timings are off. Stephano is kind of awesome at, well, this Stephano style Zerg, where you go to 3 base very quickly and then flood out roaches. We'll see if he goes for that or if he goes for the Ling Infestor style that we've been seeing a little bit more of recently. That whole 3 base roach flood style was very powerful for a while, but Protoss have kind of been figuring it out. And so I think we're seeing Zergs move away from that and going more to Ling Infestor and then Ultras in the late game. And just relying on having good fungal control to pin the units in place and then surround and murder them with Zerglings. And earlier today, actually, while I was at my job, yes, I think about StarCraft 2 at my job. I was thinking, like, you know, when you look at this, like, you see the Zergling and you're like, oh, that doesn't really look all that threatening. It looks so tiny. But when you compare it, like, to the size of a Marine, who in general are, like... Marines in general are, like, 6'2" human beings in powered armor, and a Zergling is almost as big as that. The Zergling is, like, the size of a very large dog. So the next time you think, oh, Zerglings are so cute and they're not threatening at all, just imagine a really, really big St. Bernard bearing down on you, wanting to murder you, with these enormous, like, claw appendages that go really far, and they can, like, swing them around and stuff. And then they've got those teeth. Oh, man. And then roaches are, like, the size of, like, an SUV. And ultralisks are the size of a small building. So, yeah, it just kind of gives you an idea of how large the units are. Overlords are, yeah, like, that's the size of a vehicle. Imagine that floating over your head, and you're a tiny marine trying to shoot it down. You're like, I really hope this doesn't fall on me when it dies. Oh, man. Anyway, so I should probably talk about the game. MC has moved into a Stargate. That's kind of interesting. Could see a, I guess, a 4-gate +1 and a Void Ray timing push. That's kind of interesting. Following it up with a Phoenix, that way he can pick some things up, potentially snipe off Overlords lying around the map. Stephano does not appear to be aware of this as of yet, but that said, he's coming with a big swell of Zerglings. This is kind of interesting. This many Zerglings before speed's even done. Not sure what he hopes to accomplish with this. This is all fully walled off, and there is a cannon there. You might catch wind of that Void Ray, did he? No, he did not. He still doesn't know about that, and didn't get up far enough to see that that Void Ray does indeed exist. And we got another Phoenix coming out, chrono boosting that one. So, yeah, I think MC just wants to go for some sort of timing push here. Throwing down a Twilight Council as well. And throwing down the Pylon, but those Zerglings are all over that. And wow, nice mineral walk by the probe, but I'm not sure if this Pylon's going to live. That probe is definitely running for his life. He knows there's Phoenixes out now. He sees them. Huge freeze. Sorry, go. Oh. Alright, that's a little bit of an awkward time, but those Zerglings trying to work down that Pylon, they are going to get it. Oh, man, so many Zealots canceled by that Pylon's death. Definitely an awkward position. However, those Phoenixes are getting in here now, starting to deal damage. Spore Crawlers are on the way, and there is one position here to defend that Queen. So, not sure how much his arrows are going to accomplish. His Void Ray should be able to deal a pretty hefty amount of damage. Starting to work away on the Queen, but there are no Phoenixes as of yet to pick that up. They were out of position. But now Stephano's going to try to push across the map and then just have units very slowly killed as he does so. Looks like he wants to swing around to the third, start working on those rocks. But, yeah, this wall will protect against that, unless he's just going to swing on back. Okay. And Void Ray's gotten a handful of kills, but it just takes so long to kill Zerglings on the ground that it's just not all that great. But, that said, MC does not have a very large standing army, whereas Stephano has all this stuff. So, he is going to slowly lose these to the Phoenixes and Void Rays, and nice. Phoenix is picking up the Roaches, starting to kill them off. And this Void is going to deal so much damage to the Roach, Stephano has to turn tail and run. And even though MC didn't have much of an army, it would have taken him just too long to get through the rocks and then break through these buildings to really be worth it. So he's just going to run on home and then just take a fourth base because he's Zerg. I have nothing that shoots out there. Our units, guess it's time to expand. Works for me. So we do have 1-1 coming out for melee attacks and armor. So it does look like he's moving into that Infestor style, as he is indeed getting the Pathogen Glance upgrade, which will allow him to have more energy for the Infestors when they are born. And these Queens just doing the dance, hanging out around that Spore Caller just to keep it safe. Still only a single Void Ray, and it looks like MC is largely transitioned out of this. Just trying to keep using the units he does have just to harass and give him map awareness, but is not producing anything else out of that Stargate. And DTs, that's interesting. Wonder if he wants to try to potentially snipe a base with those, or might just move those into Archons later. He is taking his third himself, but this base is already done, and Void Ray is blasting away at it. The Spore Crawler is trying to walk over there, but sadly, Phoenixes cannot pick up Spore Crawlers when they are unrooted. That would actually be hilarious, especially considering the Spore Crawler is about as large as the Phoenix. And, wow, that Void Ray will take it down. There are 2 more Spore Crawlers on their way, and once those arrive and start rooting, it's definitely going to have to run. But if MC can micro this well, he might be able to get it in a position where it can keep hitting the hatchery without actually taking damage. Oh, Big Fungal goes down, catches all the Phoenixes. One does manage to get away, and it's going to try to lift up an Infestor, but these just keep getting fungled, and oh, man, MC losing a lot of stuff and not really accomplishing all that much with it. Was able to apply just some light pressure to the hatchery, but overall I feel that that Stargate play, which is not nearly as effective as he would have liked, especially when this forward pylon got picked off, killing 3 Zealots that were warping in. But MC looks like he's moving out. He has a pretty hefty ball here. And here we go, Charge charging on in, the Zerglings pulling back. Those Charge do have 2-0, so they will be able to kill Zerglings in 2 hits. And MC is moving a Warp Prism along the side to deal some pressure. So we got some 2-pronged aggression here. Going to come in here on the 4th, deal some damage. Stephano is in position to defend this, has a lot of infestors. Here we go. Charizard's charging forward, and I don't know if Stephano quite enough to deal with this. Some good force fields going down, lots of infested Terran spawning. And where's that Warp Prism? Warp Prism coming in here, unloading Dark Templar, warping in a whole bunch of Zealots. We'll try to jump back and forth, but wow, MC losing pretty much all of his forces here. Stephano lost most of his Zerglings, but that was well worth it. But he hasn't responded to this yet. And all these drones blocking the ramp, I guess. Wow, a bit of a sacrificial action, but I guess if you wanted to save the main, that makes sense. These Zealots trying to kill the natural, and I think they will get it. Yes, they do. It explodes in a pile of blood and gore, and out of it come Broodlings, which then also explode in a pile of blood and gore. So MC does manage to snipe a single base, but he lost a lot of units doing that. And yeah, if you look at this, he's actually lost more in total resources than the Zerg. You never want to be in that position as a Protoss. That said, he did manage to take out the natural, so that was a win for him. But I don't feel that was an even trade, and he might just be in danger of dying, because Stephano's going for it now. And going Ling Roach Infestor, that's interesting, getting upgrades for both. But pulling the Roaches back for the time being, or pulling them forward, not sure what he's doing. Looks like he wants to swing on up to attack. MC does not have a full wall here. Does he have any sentries left? He has no sentries in that army, so he's not going to have any force fields to deal with this. He does have 2 Colossi, but looks like Stephano, for the moment, is content to just kind of sit back, take yet another base, and retake his natural. Now, his Warp Prism is still active. It did get away earlier. Looks like he's going to try to drop again, and he's going to unload there, and oh, this infestation pit is totally exposed, as are the Evo Chambers. They should be able to finish their upgrades in time, so yeah, that's good. But he's just going to tunnel vision on that infestation pit, and if he loses that, that is going to be very difficult for him. Here we go. Zealots trying to work away to... Oh no, they're not going to get it! Wow, Stephano arrives just in time to save the infestation pit. Does have some Corruptors out now for the Colossi, but they also work against Warp Prisms. And Stephano, with a very nice defense, hopefully throws down a Transfuse or 2 on that infestation pit. Would hate to see it get taken out later on. But for the moment, MC does not have any more Warp Prisms. He's just trying to get that Colossi Death Ball going. But I don't think this is going to be enough for him. 3 Colossi against this much? Ugh. The one edge he does have is he does have 3 attack, whereas it's only 1-2 for melee and 1-2 for roaches. So MC does have that attack upgrade. But I think Stephano might have too much stuff. But here we go, throwing down a few infested Terrans to soak some fire, trying to blink back. Fungal's going down, Corruptors getting into the fray, taking out so many Colossi, and those Colossi are just melting beneath the assault of the Corruptors with their parasitic spores. It always looks like some sort of acid blast to me, to be completely honest, but apparently it's parasitic spores, and MC is indeed forced to run on home, losing Stalkers while running, always just such an awful feeling. And he could have actually blinked those final few Stalkers away, but just didn't react in time. And I feel this is... Well, it's definitely a very difficult position for MC. He may be able to hold this with good Blink Stalker control and good Colossi positioning, but Stephano has 7 Corruptors out. That's going to kill Colossi incredibly fast. But for the moment, Stephano's posturing around. He doesn't want to head up into that narrow choke. Instead, he's going to go here. Stalker's out of position. Zergling's just going to waltz on in. And here we go. Lots of infested Terrans going down once again. Fungal should be landing any second now, unless he just decides not to. Okay, he doesn't want a Fungal, and MCGG's. Because, yes, there were Zerglings in his main. Wasn't much he could do. He was losing everything here. So, well played by Stephano with the very nice early defense against that proxy pylon. And then just held the 2-pronged aggression brilliantly. Took the lead, kept the lead, built on the lead, and then eventually won. So thank you guys for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. This will be a best of something or other. I'm not sure. When I checked the replays, there were something like 7 games between MC and Stephano, so I think I'm just going to cast all of them because they're both really good players and I love seeing them play. So it's going to be a best of arbitrary number between these 2 players. So there will be more videos, so please tune in later.